It's time I change your life with these useful and great looking products for your Tesla Model 3 in 2021. Come on! So the first one I want to talk about is the center console wrap. The piano black in this car is really bad. And in the 2021 versions, which most of you may have, it's also awful. I don't like that like silver gray color either. I want it to match more of the car. So you can get this thing in any color. I was rocking satin white before. Today I'm rocking satin black. I love it. And it's totally customizable. It's super cheap and it's very easy for you guys to install at home if you need to. They come in a pre-cut kit and it's here to protect your car. It's so easy to scratch that piano black. The fingerprints drive me crazy. And this looks pretty dang good. And satin white, when I had that, hid everything. So I love the combination. Try and go for satin, you guys. I love satin, any color. It works. The next thing I want to talk about is my tire kit. This thing is, hopefully you never have to use it, but if you have it, it's nice. There's a couple other weird things in here, by the way. But what this is this is a patch kit. So you can literally patch your car and repair it. It's called a plug. And the joy of this is you don't always have to have the car jacked up. So if you're on the side of the road and you need it, you've got it right here and you can fix a plug as long as you just position the wheel accordingly. Now, what goes right along with that is this bad boy. This thing is a pump for the car here, and it uses this 12-volt thing. Watch, I'll show you here. Pull this out, and you bring this big box in with this thing right by your tire, and then you've got your adapter here, and this plugs right into the car, into the center console, and you can set your temperature here. You can set your PSI right here. This will get your tires all back up to good. I've had situations where I've needed this and I didn't have it, and it was really annoying having to go to the gas station and pumping, driving like 30 miles, then pumping, then going again. So I really love this combo. I haven't had to use it yet, but I couldn't imagine the headache that I'd have to go through if I didn't have it. Fun fact, in California, the average wait time for Tesla roadside assistance is 2 to 4 hours. I don't even plan on sitting there for the minimum of 2 hours. I can patch this thing and be gone in 2 hours, easy. The next thing I want to talk about is a screen protector. Just like for your phone, this screen protector protects your screen. And this is actually pretty important, you guys, because this charging location is not so great for doing this. I do this all the time. Boom, you hit the screen here. I used to have no case, fun fact, and I'd hit this metal phone onto there, and it was no fun, right? So what I did was I got a screen protector in the past. I will tell you this, I don't have a screen protector on here right now because I moved my phone there and I cracked the screen protector. I hit this thing so hard going in there. It's just great to have a screen protector. Put it this way, do you want to even know or bother or deal with the issues that may come about if this thing were to get cracked? And do you want to look at it cracked all the time and have to get it fixed? I don't even want to know. I'm going to protect my screen and do it nicely. This comes in matte or glossy. It's a very hard glass screen protector. It's in its design to not get fingerprints or to reduce them. Now for me, I film YouTube videos for you young chaps. So check this out. I got a matte one. Now let me make this straight and tell you right now, this matte one reduces the image quality of the screen a little bit. It looks slightly pixelated, looks a little bit distorted. Overall, not too much. I'd say it only distorts it maybe 10-15%. So if that bugs you, get the crystal clear glossy one. But for YouTube videos and showing you guys the screen, this is awesome. No reflections. That's what I love. Give me the matte! The next thing I want to cover is a waterless wash. These things are awesome on the go and when you're at home. What I love to use these things for is if I'm in between, if my car is not dirty enough but it's still dirty and I just want to clean it up a little bit, this is the stuff. You want to use something good. These are the two brands that I love. This Elite Finish stuff is really my favorite, but the easier one to get would be this Adams polish. This is even on Amazon, and you want to use a good microfiber towel, you guys. If you're using a waterless wash, think about it. you're not getting as good lubricant as like soap and gunning down your car with water. So those Costco towels, those yellow ones or those cheap ones may not cut it. You're gonna wanna pay a little bit of the extra price to get something nice, and you're gonna wanna use a great waterless wash like one of these. The whole point of a waterless wash is they know it's waterless, everybody. So these have lubricants in it and they work extremely well. This may be a surprise to some, but this Elite Finish, at least this one, I don't know about others, but this Elite Finish one, you can actually use on your interior. So I clean my seats and dash. Check how gross this is. I spray this stuff pretty generously on there. And it starts to clean these seats pretty dang well for not being like an actual seat cleaning. It does a really, really good job. You guys remember that Frank's Red Hot commercial where that old grandma goes,
Frank's Red Hot sauce, I put that on everything.
Literally me with this stuff. It actually is really good. My next favorite thing is this. Insulated and reflective windshield cover. Look, you can see it's a little bit thick. I can squish it down. It's almost like bubble wrap, but it's nice and reflective. This thing works wonders, you guys, in keeping the car cool when it's parked and getting the sun off of the dashboard and screen. I think that is just so important. It's like leaving an iPad out in the sun. Do you really want your iPad to get super, super hot? No, so you don't want to do that to your screen. So this thing's awesome. I love this, not only just for that kind of stuff and keeping the car cool, it's great for privacy. I sleep in my car when I go on road trips and stuff like that, and having this thing is great privacy, super good, easy to install, and it takes up barely any space in your trunk. Okay, here's the next one. This thing is my pride and joy, I will tell you that right now. This is a sunroof cover for that top glass for your driver and passenger while you're sitting in this thing. Man, it gets hot and it gets bright in the Model 3. I almost hate it. It makes me almost hate that sunroof. I honestly do. If it doesn't open, then why is it even there? Because it's annoying and it's hot and it's bright and the sun shines through my glasses into here on an afternoon. I don't know. Go drive around in the afternoon in your Model 3 and you're gonna want one of these, everybody. This thing is like, I don't know, it's thin, but you can still see through it, so it still kind of has that nice vibe where you can see through that and see the sunset or whatever. But it's nice because it will block out that brightness. That's my main goal. I really have a love-hate relationship with this center console and its storage. I mean, on the books, the storage is amazing. You have a huge compartment of storage. The one thing it's lacking though is organization. And what I find myself doing, which I'll show you here, is I find myself piling stuff at the bottom because obviously things are going to sink to the bottom. But now you have this big pile at the bottom, but you still have another 8 inches of space going all the way up to the top of the center console. So what you can do is you can layer this with a center console organizer. So check this out. Doesn't this look a lot better? I can easily grab each item. Let's say I need a mask or my charging cable. I can just go like this and boom, I can grab either one right there. I can put it back nicely without having to remove this tray all the time. I think that looks pretty dang clean. So these center console trays are a little bit different. This little circle thing here next to me on the tray is actually a wireless charging thing. If you don't like wireless charging, I would say this Jetta one is great, but it's a bit more of an expensive option for you. If you like the quality and the feel of these nice things, then go for this one. But however, if you don't like wireless charging, then you might just want to opt in for a cheaper one. I'm going to link it in the description, but they make really cheap ones that will do the same thing and organize your center console great. This one is definitely a premium priced one, but you really get what you pay for, and this is super cool and really high quality and all that. There's some options out there that are more like the stock one, where it's got like the Alcantara fluff stuff in there and it's got a little bit of organization like that. The next thing I want to talk about is actually an app. Software, everybody. Holy shiitakes. So check this out. This is called the Stats app for Tesla. This is an app that I have been using and collecting data on my car, and it stores it and it gives you like an overall rated kind of estimations here. I'm at 16% battery. My driving efficiency has been pretty bad lately at 74% or so. I'm normally well over right around 100 actually. But yeah, you can see all these cool things. You can see this data, and in these settings over here, you can actually put in your own stuff. So I can put in the price of gas in my area, my miles per gallon, but you can also get other stats app users' data. Don't worry, your data is safe. It's not going to be shared directly. But what you can do here is I can see what firmware everybody's on, and I can see that almost 60% of Stats app users have been pushed this new update. And I think that's pretty cool to be able to see. And you can just see everybody's efficiency all together. You can scale it down to certain cars. One cool thing down here is you can scroll down, you can see my battery health. So about 40,000 miles into my car, you can see I was getting right around 290 as my average battery health and miles, which is pretty good. So you can see kind of the degradation going on there. I can't wait to see as I put more miles on this at 60K and put more data on there. Cool thing too is I deleted this app when I got my new phone because it didn't come with it, and I forgot to install it for a while. But the cool thing is that it actually saved my data. So now I have this data in the past, so I can start right where I left off. It's not like it resets and you're done. You can also see phantom drain. I highly recommend you get something like this or keep track, because you want to know where your car is at. Your car gives a lot of data, but it doesn't show it through the car or the stock Tesla app. You need something with API access to do it. The only downside with this app is it does cost $49.99 on the app, on the Apple and Android store. That's kind of a bummer, but man, it's pretty worth it, to be honest. I think if you guys want to get information on your car and stuff like that, I'd say go for it. You can see all your savings and stuff like that and how to maximize your savings, so I'd highly recommend it.